Welcome back to a new video. I will say this is probably not the most productive start of the week for snatches that I've ever had. As you'll see, I had a lot of ugly reps and misses. I managed a very ugly 117 snatch single, but as you see, I didn't really deserve it or really earn it with the technical proficiency that I demonstrated on the earlier sets. So I'm not really happy with the snatch session, and the 117 was more of me just like wanting to end on a high note than me actually thinking I should actually do it for this session. Which, you kind of get what you get in different sessions, and I think I need to treat these days where I'm getting snatch doubles more like cluster doubles. So I think one of the things that's making my technique worse on these days is I'm really focused on trying to make as little time in between the reps as possible to make them as a true double. But if I'm doing it without straps, I think I'm going to treat them as just regular clusters, and essentially just means that you take more time in between. A difference between a cluster and like a regular double is just the time in between the actual repetitions. Like here, I missed the first rep. That's like definitely a miss, and then the second one I was able to make, and it's kind of a common theme. And my friend who was lifting behind me, you can see the bar on the rack, theorized that I might have been like either consciously or subconsciously missing forward more than normal because of the bar behind me, but I really didn't feel like it was like impeding me. I wasn't worried about it or anything, but could have been one of those things that made it a little bit worse. But also, like, I didn't feel like I was like, man, I really can't miss behind or anything. I felt like I had enough space, but you never know if subconsciously things were getting in the way. But that 107, that second rep looked really weird because my thumb tape started to slip off. So my catch position felt really odd just because in the turnover my thumbs were all over the place, and the tape was slipping off a little bit. So I took it off for the rest of these sets. I think I'll be able to slowly build the tolerance to just not using thumb tape, which would be ideal, especially for reps because it just slips off most of the time. But it's nice to kind of have that tool in there for cleans and stuff. It doesn't ever really slip off, but for snatches, for whatever reason, it tends to a lot more. Yeah, you see here at 115 I missed, and then I actually made this 115 and it looked pretty good, but then I decided to try to do it for a double, which I should have just, honestly, that's the kind of rep where I should have just stopped. Sorry for this awkward transition, but my roommate needed something. He left his phone at the gym, so I had to give that to him. But this was, where was I at? I think this is the second rep that I did, or attempted to do. As you see, it smashed me down. Didn't hurt me or anything, but it's one of those, it's like, why would I bother doing that? But here then I decided I want to end on a make and end on a single, and there I was out in front, and I was able to make. The only adjustment, I suppose, the positive I can take away into the next session is that on the third rep I really tried to keep my shoulders over the bar as long as possible, and that allowed the bar to get back just slightly more. And after all these exercises that you'll see, I did a lot of shoulder stuff, which a lot of like external stuff, external rotators and Supermans. You're just laying on the ground, like raising the plate, and a lot of good shoulder stuff. So I got a good little shoulder pump at the end. So just continue to work on that. But I've also realized that I can use one of the my old baseball movements. So if you follow Trevor Bauer, it's actually one that he does a lot as well. I don't know if I did it at the same. It's one of those things that's like, I don't know where I got it from. I think it was from some baseball workout thing, but it kind of made sense because it's like works on your decelerators, which for baseball is actually quite similar to the ones that will externally rotate your arm. So basically all your rear delt and the shoulder muscles behind. But when you're externally rotating your arm, you can do that with a band or a cable or anything. But one of the movements that I remember doing and actually liking was with a medicine ball. So you could do it one of two ways, and you could throw it behind you at a wall, or you could throw it directly up in the air and then try to catch it and then try to decelerate it and then do that in kind of like a tossing rhythm. And that one's definitely a challenging one. So I want to kind of, because I still have those little med balls, so I'll definitely add those in. It probably won't be anything I record unless it's like a Sunday thing, but kind of talked over all my clean jerks. I was really happy with how clean jerks went despite how snatches went. So you see here I was able to get up to 152, a difficult clean and a difficult jerk, but 2 kilos more than I did the last time when I went heavy in this movement, and pleasantly surprised that I was able to actually do that. The rest of this workout, you'll see me miss a front squat because I was thinking of pushing my heavy day, my like max out front squat to today, and then doing the tempo front squats the next day. But it did not work. So I missed 170, and I think I was just kind of tired at that point from, as you saw, all the crap I did before. And, it didn't work out. So I actually went back down and did all of the prescribed sets at actually the prescribed weight. So I didn't try to push up at all because tempo front squats are brutal. But after the miss of 170, I did the 4 sets of 4 at 115. And then after that was when I did all of the extra shoulder stuff, which I need to continue doing, but also just continuing just to do mobility throughout the day. And honestly, during my winter break from work, like I have all day to stretch and stuff, and I certainly could have done more with that. But it's always nice to get the accessory work done that I think is beneficial, and just continue to work on those areas. So I definitely feel like the external rotation of my left shoulder is weaker than my right, so that's just something that I'm continuing to work on, and hopefully will have some carry over to the actual lifts, and continuing to improve my turnover under the bar and the stabilization at the bottom. Today was certainly not a good day for that sort of thing, but I'm at least trying to get better in that regard, and not progressing. I think even as bad as this snatch session was, like to hit the 117, even if I would have missed it 3 times, like to be attempting it and being close to it, and then obviously thankfully wiggling under the last attempt. But it's slowly going up, just like with the clean jerk stuff. It's slowly going up as well, in the different complexes that I'm doing, and like the squats are going well too. So even though it's like a technique focused program, I'm certainly feeling like I'm getting stronger. And even thinking back at that 117 snatch, the stand up on it was really easy. Like I stood it up really fast once I did have it stabilized. So it just shows that like my general fitness and general strength is going up well. I just have to be able to just get better technique, just focus more on that. So that will certainly be the focus tomorrow, because I do have more doubles. I don't know, I haven't decided if I want to change the exercise to just be like a bunch of singles instead of doubles. We'll see how I'm feeling tomorrow. But tomorrow I have a max front squat, which I hope to get like 185. I think that'd be a good start, and hopefully will be achievable, because it was not today. I was hoping to do 170 and then jump from 170 to 185, but that did not work out. Apologize if there's lots of blank space. I edited all of the Snatch Clean jerk work and then recorded the commentary, so I didn't know how much time I'd have after that. I don't know why I did it like that, but what are you gonna do? Anywho, that's it for this one. I'll talk to you all in the next video. Peace.